right now, the work that I'm working on, it's almost going back to when I was 8 or 9 years of age. You know, so if I look at the drawings that I did, I was very into gymnastics and dance, and you know, all the drawings I did were of people dancing, and you know, and I'm using those ideas again, but I'm using them with the techniques I've developed over the last number of years. When you were printmaking, you used bitumen to make etchings, and the bitumen ran in a certain way, and I remember I'd be daydreaming and I'd just be pulling the bitumen out of the pot, you know, and it was all hot and melted, and you sort of pull it out, it just ran in this lovely sort of viscosity. I started to draw onto the plates with that, you know, and it was only afterwards then when I started painting with the oils, I felt that it wasn't giving me the same drawing that I'd had while I was printing, you know, because I had this lovely fluidity with the bitumen. And I have a tendency anyway when I'm drawing to draw with a continuous line. And I said, why fight that? Why not just go with it? You know, I kept looking for a way to make the paint runny and viscous and smooth, and that was basically where it came from, you know, the way I'm working at the moment. The love of drawing, an interest in printmaking, and the bitumen tar, and probably a few other bits thrown in there, and hey presto, we've something new, you know, to do. I mean, I'm very lucky to live on the River Shannon, and yeah, I walk nearly every day. I'd take a wander and walk in the rain. It doesn't matter, snow, the light through the trees. I mean, every day it changes. You know, you go today and it's, you know, sun, blue skies. Tomorrow it's you know, pouring rain. But each day there's something beautiful, whether it's the rain falling off the leaves, like, or you know, the way the light comes through. You'd see the trees, and then it's almost like it goes off into infinity. I do think it has actually affected quite a lot of the recent work. You know, there've been a lot of trees and light coming through trees, and yeah, a very physical sort of acknowledgement of what's around me recently, definitely. I don't choose my subject. Sometimes I don't even have an idea of what I'm doing. I'd go out and I'd be warming up on something, you know, there'd be things that I'd be finishing, and I'd be working away through them, and then all of a sudden I know there's a blank canvas waiting for me, and I'll move the blank canvas over to where I'm working, and at that point I'm so in what I'm doing that I want to be switched off. I don't want to even be thinking about what I'm doing, and I literally look at the canvas and feel something or see something, and to me I feel like in some way it's a mirror of what's inside me. You know, I'm projecting onto it whatever it is that I'm feeling. You know, it's not just a matter of, oh, I see it now, I want to paint it. You know, that would be a photograph, and I don't use photographs when I work, you know, where people would take a photograph and they'd work from it. But to actually paint someone where they're moving, you know, you've no physical image for that. I mean, even photography images is of it, there tends to be the physical form is still in there. It's almost like what I'm trying to achieve is like that blur, that passing time. It's more about time for me than actual physical movement. You know, it's that you can paint your past and your present at the one time. You know, where you were as to where you are right now. You know, there was a few of my paintings that had maybe sad images that were turned happy, but the sad image was still there. It was the combination of the two. I would wander into landscape, but to me it's the human form, and it's the human psyche, and the spirit inside the human and to express that in a way that's on, you know, on a two-dimensional thing, to put it down still, like a thought or a feeling. I mean, how do you quantify a feeling? You know, that feeling of being extremely happy. How do you express that in a painting? I mean, you can use colour, or you can use, you know, for me, I use the line to do it. You know, and you know, there's aggressive lines, and then there's soft lines. There's ecstatic lines, and there's, you know, you just want the eye to swim around the painting. The time we live in, people talk about mindfulness and being centered and breathing, and like the whole world is so fast and busy, and you know, you sometimes need to take yourself back out, and you know, you spend your whole life aiming towards being in that moment that you're painting. I mean, it's almost like a meditation. You shut everything else out and you just focus on where you're at. You know, what's the harm in stopping and just standing there for a minute and just thinking, maybe?